So this whole Thailand-Cambodia border war kind of sheds new light on China's border issues, doesn't it? First off, it's important to say that I don't believe that this conflict would have escalated to the point that it was if the United States hadn't been leading the world with such geriatric, psychopathic leadership under Trump and Biden and Trump for the past more than a past decade now. But it also sheds light on how unsettled a lot of things in the post-imperial world are. It's important to remember that Southeast Asia was being ripped to shreds by World War II and then by the United States for an additional 30 years after World War II with the conflict in Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. Yes, Thailand was never actually part of a imperial system, but it kind of was. And this conflict between Thailand and Cambodia is one of the leftovers of Thailand, France not being able to decide where the border is, this or the other thing. And this is the same deal with a lot of China's disputes with the Philippines, with Vietnam. And of course, it's different. China's much, 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 much more powerful than the Philippines and Vietnam, so it is more destabilizing. But it's a good reminder that this stuff isn't settled, and it's not just about the evil of China. And I think it's important to remember that one of the main grievances, or at least to notice, not to remember, that one of the main grievances that the United States has against China, one of the main ways that we try to sell China as being super destabilizing, is the fact that they have border disputes with the Philippines and Vietnam and the South China Sea. Well, all of these Asian countries have pretty strong border disputes with each other because they are still, it's not a brand new thing, but really just over the past, 80, 50, even fewer years, these countries are still figuring out what they are as independent entities. And this kind of thing is going to happen. And I think it's just important to notice the way that the United States has been trying to weaponize what is kind of a normal thing for the region against China to make them look crazy and wild. Well, and of course what Thailand and Cambodia are doing right now, going to all out war against each other over old border disputes, is crazy and wild, but it's also typical. It's not some evil destabilizing pre-hegemonic thing that China is doing. It's just, the details of borders and history. And all of this will continue to flare up as long as the United States neglects its duty to be sane and provide sane leadership.